less of this. Just a smidge. There we go. Hey, what it do, y'all? It's your boy E2 Blue coming back at you again. I know it's been a long time since we've been on here, since the draft actually. So, um, see if I can get some folks up in here. And while we wait for that, finish taking my notes. And of course, as y'all come in here, go ahead, let me know y'all in here so we can get started. We got a lot to talk about for this season. Um, I want to know how y'all feel. I'm gonna let you know how I feel. Dallas Cowboys have been making many moves. Um, Definitely different with Shoddy at the helm. Him and Will McClay have been definitely searching for talent. Now, one move that I wanted them to do was get the defensive tackle that the Ravens cut, CJ Okoye. Now, one thing we know about the Ravens is they're big on defensive tackles, and I definitely want them us to get one of those guys. What up, Coco? How you doing? David Jenkins, what's going on, brother? How you doing? As you know, when y'all come in here, go ahead and greet me. Let me know y'all in here. Hit that like button so others know that we're live. Yeah, hit that thumbs up. Dallas Cowboys brand new season. How y'all feeling right now? I'm gonna tell you right now. There's two positions right now in this team that I'm a little weary about right now, and that's running back and defensive tackle. Now, in Eberflus's scheme this year, I know that the way that he runs his defense, he doesn't really use traditional, how you say, refrigerator with arm type of guy at defensive tackle. He normally uses three techs as one text, like Osa and Solomon Thomas and things like that. Some of those guys are going to kick inside to help out Mozzie and things of that nature. Um, okay, Coco with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you with that. Much love to you. Um, where was I at? I'm gonna tell you, there's two guys on this roster right now that I am glad that made this team. They really deserved it. They worked their butts off in training camp, and they definitely deserved it. And those two are Perion Winfrey and James Houston. Those guys did their due diligence. When I tell you that they were working hard this training camp, and it's a testament to Shoddy, right? Because Shoddy's the type of coach that when he sees a guy that's going to work hard for him, he's going to go to bat for his guy. And I don't know if y'all saw or if y'all on X Twitter, Perion Winfrey actually did a video on there where he was talking about he had his baby in his hand, right? And he was talking about he was going through the season like we're gonna whoop the Giants week one, and the baby was laughing. We I mean we're gonna whoop Philly week one. We're gonna whoop the Giants week two, and we're gonna get the Bears, and we're gonna get the Packers. You know we don't like the cheeseheads, so I thought it was just really a real cool moment for Perion Winfrey to make this roster because I feel like he deserved it. He worked hard, and if you guys were watching that Atlanta game. Who we got in here? Gary Hawkins. What's going on, brother? Yes, back for another season. Thomas Garrett, what up, bro? We just talked about you earlier, man. You were the one that coined my son A1. um, You said you about to get some shea butters. That's what's up. Can't go wrong with some shea butter. I'm telling you right now. Apostle Benny, what's going on? So yeah, so as far as oh yeah, I know you was on there, Thomas. I saw your comment on the last one. But yeah, Perion Winfrey, if you guys are watching the last preseason game, that last drive, that goal line stand, he was in there pumping everybody up, stopping that run so they couldn't get in for the touchdown. And stuff like that gets you put on the team. And he worked hard and he definitely deserved being on this roster. And another guy is James Houston. Talked about James Houston. James Houston bounced around a couple of teams in the league, and then he went to the UFL, the Birmingham, whatever they're called, the Stallions, whatever the hell they are. So and he, they won the UFL title, so or the bowl or whatever they call it. And he comes back to the league. He tries out for the Dallas Cowboys, and he worked his butt off, and he was in there sacking and being disruptive. Now I know it's backup guys, but he's gonna be like your fifth rusher anyway, so he's gonna be a backup for this team. But definitely, you want that rotation, especially because Michael Parsons is not signed right now with that whole fiasco going on with him, Jerry, and his agent, Mr. Money Getter Mulligetta. So yeah, with that drama, Micah's not playing the full game week one because he's not in football shape. Good evening. Can't wait until next season. Will I be in Marks? I might go up there a couple of. I haven't even talked. Actually, I haven't talked to Mark in a minute. It's been a minute. I've been busy this summer, so I'm gonna chat with him and see what's going on week one. Probably week one. Definitely week one. It's probably be a bunch of us over there week one. Remember James Houston when he played for Detroit? Yeah, man. I'm gonna tell you, James Houston is the guy. Like I really love this for him. Him and Perion Winfrey. Those were my training camp guys. Like everybody that was making a squad, I know everybody was talking about Trayshawn Holden and all that stuff like that. Nah, man, James Houston. And I would have threw my pen if they didn't pick up James Houston. I would have been so upset, y'all. That's how I feel about that. But let's get into this roster, y'all. So as of right now, the roster has been updated, and things can still change between now and Philly. But this is pretty much what the roster is going to be. Um, so your reserves, your IR guys, the guys that are on PUP, the ones that are on NFI, non-football injuries. Demarion Overshown, linebacker, we know that. Jonathan Mingo, we know that he got injured. He's going to be put on short-term IR for the first 4 games, and he will be able to come back after the first 4 games. Same thing with Peyton Turner as well. Savone Revel, he's on IR. I mean, he's on NFI only because his injury came from college. It didn't come from the pros, so he's technically on the NFI list. So he can come back whenever his practice window starts. Josh Butler. Josh Butler is on IR, still nursing his injury from last year. What do I think about the D line, the O line? I'm gonna get to that. As soon as I get to these guys, I'm gonna talk about that. Now, the only thing I said I'm worried about the D line, Gary, is the defensive tackles. I don't know exactly what Eberflus is doing, but the only thing that I can tell you right now, until we start playing, is that Eberflus plays a hybrid type of system with his front line, with his defensive tackles, where they're moving, they're pulling, almost how kind of like the reverse version of what the offensive line does. But with the way they move the defensive tackles, they have to be faster and athletic. So he doesn't always necessarily choose your traditional, how you say, big boy defensive tackle, which is more part of the reason why we haven't gone out and getting a defensive tackle like that. And now Mozzie still being on this team, to me, is shocking, but I believe that's a thing when it comes to his contract because of the money, right? Because they're losing money if they cut Mozzie right now. So I guess it's one of those things where they gotta let him play out his rookie contract at this point. Now we already know what they're doing at quarterback, Dak Prescott and Joe Milton, because Will Greer is going to be on the practice squad, obviously. Offensive tackle, Tyler Guyton, he should be back week one. We're still waiting on word about that. Terrence Steele, of course, Nate Thomas, and a Johnny Cornelius made this team. Hey, Coco with another $5 super chat. Whoop whoop. Put fire in the emoji in the chat, y'all, for Coco for that. Offensive line, basically your interior guys. Tyler Smith, Cooper Beebe, Tyler Booker. And I'm gonna tell you about Tyler Booker. If you watched the preseason game when he played, he was definitely showing a lot of grit with these guys. I'm gonna love this first round draft pick with Booker because with him and once he gets in a groove with both Tyler Smith and Cooper Beebe, with those three next to each other, oh man, it's when they get that chemistry. Because you got to understand, y'all already know how football works. I ain't gotta talk to you about that. But you know, offensive line works as one unit, and these guys have to get time to mesh with each other. And once these guys mesh with each other, it's gonna be something. Ray Sean, what's going on? How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Make sure you guys hit that like button coming in so others know that we're live right now. TJ Bass is another guy that I really liked. I was so glad that they brought him back. TJ Bass is a guy that has been on this roster pretty much off and on for a couple of years now. And I'm just loving the fact that they see the talent in him as a backup. And when he comes in, he's solid. You're never saying, oh, damn, TJ Bass went out there and wet the bed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're never saying that about him. David Jenkins, I thought I made you one before. Hold on, let me see something real quick. All right, David Jenkins, you are now moderator. I thought I already had you as one. David Jenkins, you've been one of my day ones, so definitely definitely got you in there. I thought I already had you in there. My bad, dog. I forgot about that. Oh, Brock Hoffman too. He's basically your backup center, and Brock Hoffman ain't going away. I love how tough he is. He reminds me of Lyle Collins the first time we had Lyle Collins. I know it didn't work out with Lyle Collins this time. You know, they kept saying he was a little stiff in the game and things of that nature. But again, he came in here, made a little bit of money, helped out the young guys, and rolled out. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know, at this point in his career, I mean, he's at, you know, pretty much a retirement point. So, I mean, it's more than likely no loss to him. I mean, he may get picked up on somebody's practice squad, but you know. And then the late add-on is Hakeem Adeniji. They brought back Hakeem Adeniji as well. Both him and Johnny Cornelius are the two young guys that I definitely wanted to see work more in this game. Yes, Brock Hoffman is definitely the enforcer. Brock Hoffman ain't gonna let nobody touch Dak Prescott. You hit Dak Prescott a certain way that he don't like, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna be curtains for you, bro. Like you see what he did with his own players, right? And of course, fullback. There's no secret with that. Hunter Lipke. They've been singing Hunter Lipke's praises for the long time. He's basically the Cowboys' Kyle Juszczyk. He's going to be basically like a Swiss Army knife for the Dallas Cowboys. He's going to be a blocker. He's going to be a tight end. He's going to be a running back. He's going to be a wide receiver. He's going to be all. He's going to be your utility guy. Running back. Of course, your starter is Javonte Williams. That's clear because they didn't play him much in preseason. Jadon Blue. I like Jadon Blue. He just changed his number from 34 to 23. That number is going to look better on his back. Going to be out there looking like Tashard Choice. You better play like Tashard Choice. But I'm going to tell you this. Jadon Blue got to get them ankles together, man, because he kind of tweaked his ankle twice in preseason, one in practice and one in the game. And I'm like, bro, we haven't really seen a lot from you. I want to see more. I know he scored that touchdown in the game, but we got to see more from Jadon. That's what I'm looking more from him. But they kept both of the veterans, Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders, and of course, Phil Maffa was initially on the 53-man roster, but they had to do that before they could put him on IR. So he's on IR for a shoulder injury. So you can take that how you want it. Maybe they're trying to stash him. Who knows? I don't know. But either way, Phil Maffa is now on IR. And as I go through these things, you're more than welcome in the chat. Let me know what you guys feel about these guys as well, because we're definitely going to talk about it at the end of this. Tight end, there's no secret there. Jake Ferd, Luke Schoonmaker, and Brevin Spanford. Now, it's funny how things change real quick. We were talking about John Stevens Jr. the last couple of seasons like he was the man among men, right? And that he was going to beat out Jake Ferg. And back when we had Hendershot, he was going to beat out Hendershot. And he just had a couple of unfortunate injuries, and now he's out of there. And now we're at the point where he's not even on the team anymore. So that new guy is Brevin Spanford. I like Brevin Spanford, and I'm glad that they also brought Fairweather back on the practice squad. Thomas, did you say Tashard Choice was his running back coach at University? Yeah, I know he was. That's why I mentioned him. Tashard Choice is a good guy. I met him before. He's an amazing brother. I wish I could get him on the channel one day, but I might reach out to him and see if I can get a hold of him. And of course, wide receiver, you got CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens. Oh my God, I'm gonna love seeing those two guys this season. Dak Prescott is gonna be throwing that ball all around the yard with them two. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. In my fantasy, I happen to have both of them. I don't know how I got the opportunity to get both of those guys, but I got both of them. And let me tell you, just the points from just them alone is going to be ignorant. Somebody messed up. That's all I got to say to let me get both of them. Dak Owens, what's going on? Long time no hear from Dak Owens. What's going on? Jalen Tolbert, we already knew he was going to be the number 3 wide receiver. Salute. The thing about Jalen Tolbert, I know a lot of other YouTubers, I know y'all heard them say that, they don't like Jalen Tolbert or they're soft on Jalen Tolbert right now. But let me tell you something. I still have faith in Jalen Tolbert. I know that he's been kind of up and down. Do I like Ferguson over Schultz? Right now, I would say yes, because the way that Schultz left was kind of messy, man. I like Schultz when he was here, but I think that Ferguson is a less stiff pause version of Schultz. Schultz ran kind of stiff a little bit. I feel like Ferg opens up his hips more. He's more of a fluid pass catcher than Schultz is. So I think that Ferguson has more of an upside when he's not injured. Marcus Blackman, what's going on, brother? Oh, yeah. I mean, Ferguson and Schultz had a great connection, too. But I do love Ferguson's connection with Dak, too. And I got Ferguson in fantasy, too. Those are my 3 Cowboy players that I have in fantasy. And that's already a cheat code right there this season, because the passing yards between CD, Pickens, and Ferguson is going to be absolutely ignorant. We're going to go over the schedule too as well in this live stream. So get ready for that, because we're going to talk about this weird little stretch that we have going on and what you think that is going to be a win or lose. So I'm going to definitely get your guys' opinion on that one. Blue Cowboys all day. Johnson, what's going on? Yeah, so back to Jalen Tolbert. So Jalen Tolbert, he definitely gets that number 3 spot, mainly off of the strength of him, you know, being the leading uh, touchdown maker last year for the Dallas Cowboys. And CeeDee Lamb was cooking last year without a number two and on a bum shoulder and still was eating them up. What you think he gonna do with George Pickens on the other side of the field? And remember, every team ain't got two great cornerbacks that can check both CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens at the same time. Let's not forget about the ball coming out the backfield with Lipke and Cavante Turpin, because this year, I'm telling you guys, if you don't have Turpin in fantasy, go get him. Go get him right now. If you're playing fantasy right now and Turpin is available in your fantasy, go get him. Go get him. Because Shotty's got some packages for your boy. And it's not that bullshit jet sweep going up the field, turning around bullshit that we did with Mike McCarthy. We're not doing that no more. We're not on that. This offense is different. And that's the reason why he wasn't showing his hand in preseason. But you could see a little bit in camp. If you were paying attention to how they were doing things, he did a good job of hiding it. But if you're a real fan, you can see what he was doing. Yeah, Deuce Vaughn was a great story, but yeah, I get it, Marcus. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of Lil Deuce. Deuce was my guy. I miss Deuce, but Deuce, it is what it is. I mean, Cowboys couldn't figure out what to do with him. And I mean, I love how he ran the ball with the Falcons. Hopefully he finds a home with somebody else. We'll see. I think we'll win 10 games. We'll get to that, Gary. I'm gonna get to that when right after I finish the roster. We're gonna go into the season as well. I'm all right, War Mac. How you doing? McCarthy never utilized Turpin the way he should. Mike McCarthy, I hate to talk bad about Mike McCarthy because I respect much respect to Mike McCarthy, right? For all that he's done in his career, but he's one of those coaches that, like, when they get old, they don't know how to innovate properly, right? I've talked about this in other videos that I've done. You look at coaches that are older, right? Like Andy Reid, right, for the Kansas City Chiefs. He may be an older coach, but he listens to innovation and he understands that the league changes every 3 to 5 years, and you have to move with the times. And most coaches that have not moved with the times are not coaching in the NFL anymore, i.e., Mike McCarthy and Bill Belichick and things like that, because their old philosophies no longer work anymore. If you don't stay innovative with the NFL, you've already lost. That's pretty much what it is. Those of you coming in, man, that haven't said anything, make sure y'all hit that like button, so people know we're live right now. Javonte Williams is our starting running back right now. And I've always had much respect for Andy Reid, man, and what he does with the Chiefs, man, because he allows Pat Mahomes and Kelsey to come to him like, hey, these are some new things, wrinkles that we want to bring into the system. And I think Shotty's that way too. That's why I was happy when Shotty became our coach, because I was like, well, he's a little younger. He understands. He's been around this younger generation, so he understands that things have to change and you cannot play with those old philosophies anymore. I mean, it was embarrassing. We got to the point where teams knew exactly what the hell we were doing before we did it. And we would get stalemated every time. And it's like, what in the hell? Fix that. It wouldn't surprise me if Schottenheimer had a package for Joe Milton. He might. He may. And you never know. You never know. We'll see. But that type of stuff probably you wouldn't see until probably like the end of the season, or if we get a certain amount of wins to the point where it matters, where that will matter. But I don't see right now where he will put Joe Milton in the game. Let's not say anything about that getting injured, because we don't need that. Because if that happens, we're gonna be fucked anyway. So Shotty will definitely run the ball more, unlike McCarthy. Yes, definitely. And I'm tired of people keep saying, "Oh, we didn't run the ball that much in preseason. We didn't do this. We didn't do that." Come on, y'all. We only had 3 damn preseason games. It's not like before where um, whoever played in the Hall of Fame game had 5 preseason games and everybody else had 4. It don't run like that no more. They lessened it for a reason because they added another game during the season. So you had to cut somewhere. Yes, definitely can't wait for the Eagles. So going forward, Cavante Turpin, we knew he was going to make the roster. Like I said, he got re-signed, so we know that there's going to be many packages for him. And then, of course, Ryan Flournoy. Ryan Flournoy had a great camp. He's been, it was a little slow at first, but he did his thing. So did Jalen Brooks, but they brought him back on the practice squad, so he's not lost. Defensive end, Micah Parsons, whenever he gets signed and come back and play. Dante Fowler, Marshawn Nealon, Donovan Ezaraku, my guy James Houston. I told you guys in the beginning of the chat, those of you that weren't in here, I talked about James Houston. James Houston is a guy that I've been rooting for. He was my pet cat. I'm excited that he made the team. Both him and Perion Winfrey. Sam Williams, of course. And then at defensive tackle, you got Oso Digizua, Solomon Thomas, Mozzie Smith, Jay Toia, and Perion Winfrey. Now, it was crazy on Perion Winfrey because at first he thought he was cut. But then like 45 minutes later, they was like, nah, you on the roster, my dude. Like, why you do my man like that? Like, you met Tobert at the Star last winter. How was his I think he's a cool dude. I've never met him in real life, but he seemed like he a chill guy. And I don't know you guys heard that Austin Richards got traded to the Saints for a future 6th round draft pick. Now the Saints got a quarterback, so I don't know what they're gonna look like this year. I don't know how many games they're gonna win. James Houston represented well in preseason. Salute to that brother. Yes, well deserved, bro. Well deserved. I'm so glad that he made this team. Like I said, both him and Perion, they definitely deserve that. So linebacker, we got your boy Maris Lewifau, Jack Sanborn, Kenneth Murray, Damone Clark, and Shamar James. Shamar James is another guy that I was looking at as well. That made the roster. I saw that he was out there busting his ass, and he was doing his due diligence to come in here and play hard for this team. So shout out to Shamar James for making the team as well. Now with your cornerbacks, Trayvon Diggs. Now, just real quick about Trayvon, man. It's a lot of fans that's been down on Trayvon. I get the outside stuff, but don't forget Trayvon is still a great player, and when he's 100%. Ain't no other cornerback on this team can see him other than Deron Bland. Now, what really got me messed up today when they made these changes. So when you look at the cornerback spot, right? So at first it was Trayvon Diggs, Deron Bland, Kyer Elam, Andrew Booth, Zion Childress, and Kalen Carson. That was your squad. I already knew that Kalen Carson was going to get switched to IR. Oh yeah, Diggs is definitely that dude. And no disrespect. And Diggs is from where I'm from. Like Diggs, I think from where proximity to where I live at, I think Diggs is like Diggs grew up. Diggs and Stefan and the other brother, Derez, they grew up I want to say maybe like 15 miles away from where I live at right now. So they're actually they're Maryland guys. I know, yeah, and I'm in Maryland too. So we're in the same county, Montgomery County. I'm in Montgomery County. They're in Montgomery County. They was out there in Gaithersburg. You know what I'm saying? Um, so that was the squad as of yesterday, but as of today, Andrew Booth and Zion Childress got released. Now, I was a little upset that Zion got released, but I'm pretty sure once he clears waivers, they're going to bring your boy back. Oh, you went to Maryland last year? Thomas, you up in New York, right? Yeah, so Kayla Carson's on IR. Zion and Andrew are both released, and they went and picked up Trickweeze Bridges. Never heard of this dude. I got to look him up and see what he did with the Chargers, because for them to cut those two guys for Trickweeze Bridges and Reddick Stewart, I understand Reddick Stewart because he came from the Bears, and Eberflus knows him apparently. So, but I don't know who this other guy is. I got to do my research on these guys. I didn't get a chance to do that because I kind of hit the live stream after I got off of work. But oh, you're in Nashville. Okay, okay. You know they can't spot your black ass in Nashville. Ray Caruth. Oh man, Kings of Comedy will always be something, man. When they talk about can't spot your black ass in Nashville. Marcus, you said you're concerned about the run defense. Oh, same thing here, bro. Like that, I think the running game. I think our running backs will be fine. As time progresses, once they get into a groove with these offensive linemen. Same thing with the offensive linemen. I'm not really too much worried about them because once they start gelling, oh, they're gonna be the shit. They're gonna be the new young wall. They're gonna be the wall three. Uh, oh, Marcus, you're in New York. Okay, yeah. Shout out to you, brother. You about 4 hours away from me. 4 or 5, depending on what part of New York you in. But you said the metropolitan area, so yeah, that's about 4.5 hours. Um, I don't know. We just Marcus, we just gotta trust Eberflus on this one, bro. Like I think that like I said, the way that he runs his defensive tackles, like he doesn't really predicate on big fat guys. You know what I'm saying? Like he kind of likes those quick twitch Osa and Solomon. And Osa and Solomon are big, you know what I mean? But they're not like Mozzie, but they're faster than that. They want guys to get up that field. Oh, Patterson. Is that in Patterson, New Jersey, right? Patterson, New Jersey? Thomas, you said you live on the west side headed towards Dallas? Yeah. Because you gotta go towards Dallas, right? Man, Victor Cruz was the man when he was in the league, man. I miss that guy. I used to love it. I hated when they scored on us, but I enjoyed seeing him do that salsa dance in the end zone. um, Safeties, y'all know we got Malik Hooker, Donovan Wilson, Wanye Thomas, Marquise Bell, and then they brought back CJ Goodwin for special teams. Yeah. I've been up in Patterson before. I like y'all know that I roller skate, so I like to skate up in Jersey. Branchbrook, I think Branchbrook is up in Newark. I was up there actually last month. At Branchbrook. Branchbrook, that's one of my favorite rinks up north. He said he's a good dude, does a lot for the community. I'm sure he does. Um, Shout out to Victor Cruz, man. Even though he wasn't a Cowboy, but I liked him as a player. He started getting a lot of injuries towards the end of his career as well. Make sure y'all hit that like button when y'all come in the chat, y'all. And then of course our specialists. There's no secret there. Brandon Aubrey, Brian Anger, Trent C. If y'all got Brandon Aubrey in fantasy, he gonna kick the hell out that jump. he gonna be like, hey Dak, just get that jump midfield, man. We gonna kick this jump 68 yards. We good, bro. We ain't gonna take these 3 points. Go get lunch. So the practice squad was set today, And this is what I was waiting on. This is why I wanted to do a live the day after, because I know that it was going to take them 24 hours for guys to get waived, to clear waivers, and guys to move around, the things that they were going to do, um, so they can put their practice squad together. Now we still have a spot open. I'm sure that that's going to be for Zion Childress. I'm pretty sure they're going to bring him back and put him on the active on that practice squad. You said you watched the documentary on the Cowboys. I haven't got a chance to watch it yet, but I'm definitely going to watch it after I finish live streaming tonight. So with the practice squad, we got Jalen Brooks. They brought him back. For those of you that love Trayshawn Holden, they brought back Trayshawn Holden as well. They saw enough of him to be like, hey, we're going to keep him on the practice squad and work him out next year and see what he does too. They went and got Ernest Brown, defensive tackle. They brought back Sadiq Charles, not to be confused with Sadiq Wa, which is one of our loyal subscribers. But shout out to Miss Sadiq with Charles, but no, Sadiq Charles, the offensive lineman. Then we got Jerron Christian, offensive tackle. We brought back Elijah Clark. He played good in preseason. I love the way he was hitting, and he was out there. He was out there fighting for his life, man. Victor Cruz tore his ACL that one time, and he was shot. Yeah, I remember that. I tore my patella tendon, man. That when I played in the Arena League, that that sucks, and it hurt. Jalen Cropper, wide receiver, brought him back. Well, he seemed like he got 1,000 lives because he's gonna stay on this practice squad forever and ever and ever. They brought back Malik Davis, the running back, to the practice squad. So much for Deuce Vaughn. He's gone. He's gone out into the atmosphere. Farewell to the young Deuce Vaughn. Rivaldo Fairweather, tight end, they brought him back. As of Princeton Fant as well, which I think is the brother of Noah Fant. Will Greer's on the practice squad as well. They brought back Robert Rochelle, the cornerback, Keemon Hall, the cornerback, Justin Barron, the linebacker, and Buddy Johnson, the linebacker. I know they really like Justin Barron. Ebert Flus, that's one of his young guys. He's going to definitely keep him on his practice squad and utilize him in practice time. And hell, he might get called up if we get an injury at linebacker, either before or after DeMarvion Overshown comes back. I remember Elijah Clark when he played in college at Syracuse. Yeah, he's a young, scrappy guy. I like Elijah Clark. So that's your 53-man roster right now and your practice squad. Like I said, there's still one more spot open on the practice squad. I assume that's going to be for Zion Childress tomorrow when they clear waivers. Hopefully, if nobody else snatches him up, because I want to see Zion on this team. I really like him, the young guy. I think that he will make a great nickel cornerback. And speaking of, my question to you guys, who do you think is going to be the Dallas Cowboys starting nickel? Who are they going to put in the nickel? Because I thought that was going to be Zion. But since they cut him and they brought these two guys in, which I don't know much about, I don't know if they're going to put one of them in the nickel or what. I don't know. I got to do some research on that. But as far as what we know and the guys that we know that were here, who do you think is going to be in that nickel slot, in that playing that slot corner position? Truly believe we have a chance to beat the Eagles because they're going to be too focused on the celebration and admiring their rings. Let's hope so, Marcus, because not to boost up the Eagles, but they definitely have some talent. This is the reason why they won the Super Bowl. Their trenches are tight. They got a good offensive line. They got a good defensive line. They got big mofos up in that middle. That boy Jalen Carter got that. Let me tell you something. Don't get me wrong. I'm not afraid of them. Never that. But there's definitely a reason why they are where they are right now. Princeton Fantasy and Joe Milton were college teammates. Princeton Fant, you mean? I got you. Princeton Fant and Joe Milton were college teammates at the University of Tennessee. Yeah, yeah, they were. Yeah, they were both volunteers. Do you think Micah plays week one? I'm sure he does. And you know why Micah's gonna play week one? Now he may not play a lot, but he gonna play. He gonna play because you don't want to miss out on $1.2 million. If I'm making over $1.2 million a game a week, shit, give me $1.2 million just once. God damn it! Talking about a week. I mean, he's due 24 million for the season, so he ain't missing out on them game checks, homie. He not gonna do that. He gonna bring his ass in there and play. He gonna be like, all right, let me get off this damn table and see what y'all talking about. He gonna get off that training table like, ooh, my back. But it feel better though. Let me get out here and play. But because of this contract fiasco, Malik, it's gonna be a little crazy because of the simple fact that he hasn't played. He's gonna be rusty, and you don't want him to play. Shotty already said that he's gonna use him sparingly. Um, but it's a good thing that we have a good defensive rotation. We just talked about our defensive line, right? You know, you got Dante Fowler, you got Marshawn Nealon, Donovan Elzaraku, James Houston, Sam Williams. You got those other guys to help out. So I think that they'll do what they need to do. Um, we have the advantage. The Eagles secondary, they're good, but young and inexperienced. Oh yeah, their secondary is probably the weakest thing on their team, and I think they hide those weaknesses because their trenches are so good, because their front line is able to get pressure on the quarterback. They're able to play around with their back end like that, but you know they're gonna get exposed at some point with that. Because again, there is a salary cap. You can't have a steak on every plate. You got to have sides somewhere. Why we got to go through this? Every major contract player always needs the ramp up period. Well, this is the thing. This is the thing, Fresco. If they would just play these, if they would pay these guys earlier. Now, I can't completely get mad at Jerry with this one because we know that David Mulugeta has a lot to do with this contract holdup and why they haven't done what they need to do. Because Jerry's already given them numbers. The numbers are out there. It's just that David Mulugeta is not playing fair with the Dallas Cowboys. He's trying to verbally bend them over and take all their money. So what we're not going to do is do that. So it's a stalemate right now. Now it sucks because the longer this goes on, like you said, he's not even allowed a ramp up period. This is the last weekend of non-football before football starts. We literally have a game next Thursday. So with that being said, yeah, yeah. Let's get it together. Um, but again, it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. And yeah, okay. So another thing I want to talk about real quick too with you guys. What up, Tim Cameron? Oh yeah, this shirt right here, man. I got it from where the hell I get it from? Target. Yeah. The periodic table of sarcasm. What up, Tim? How you doing, brother? Yes, and look, and then now we get to see Trayvon Diggs and Deron Bland both healthy together. Now, what we don't know yet is, and they haven't disclosed that, whether Deron Bland is going to play week one. I'm sorry, not Deron Bland. Trayvon Diggs is going to play week one or week two. Because I know that week two would end his 8-week ramp up period. Because from what we know and from what history tells us, you should never push a player farther than what you should to play in the game early, because then you're going to prolong their injury because they can re-aggravate that injury. Jadon Blue. Even healthy Micah can run at him easily. I'm looking at him as a 10-sec edge rusher, but him stopping the run going to be more of a question. Yeah, well, let's see what Perrion and with the addition of Perrion and these guys in the middle can do. I don't know. We'll see. And I think the only reason why Mozzie is still on this team is because of his contract. I really think that's the reason. Because they're losing out if they cut him. Yeah, Vic Fangio is definitely a good DC. He know how to play. And he knows how to hide the weaknesses of his defense. He's definitely good at that. You said you hate that we let McQuamu go. Well, Booth just got booted, so Booth got cut too. So, Overshow and Sam Williams are returning. I'm excited coming to the season. Yes, I don't know exactly when Overshow is coming back, but let's see. Okay, Keisha in the building. What up, Keish? Y'all come in here and hit that like button, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Return, I'm sorry to come to the season. Stopping the run scheme thing. If Micah plays his part, stop trying to be Superman like D-Lo. Hey, look, man. These young players are different, bro. They different. When you look at our running back position right now, I think that appreciate you, Marcus, man. Appreciate you, bro. I think when you look at this running back position, I'm looking at your boy Javonte Williams right now. He's going to be that power guy, right? He's going to be what Zeke was. We used Zeke for kind of earlier in his career. I want to say like mid-level of his career. Miles Sanders is going to be that change-up guy. They're just going to be your veterans that know how to, run in between those holes. And, they'll probably use Jadon Blue in between and just work with him and then just work him in slowly and then see where he fits in. Now, I know a lot of people were saying, oh, well, Miles Sanders is washed, this, that, and the third. But, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I can't really call it until I see it. I know some guys like to prematurely look at guys and be like, oh, well, this guy's going to be trash, this, that, and the other. But we really don't know that. We really don't know. You can't just go by what they did with another team because who the hell is Carolina? Carolina just traded Adam Thielen back to the original team that he got drafted to. He's back with the Vikings. He's back with Justin Jefferson. Now the Vikings offense is going to be kind of like the Cowboys. That's going to be interesting. Vikings, Cowboys. Ooh, Lord. Let's see. Do we play the? I got to look at the schedule. I got to look at the schedule anyway. Let's get into that. We talked about the schedule, and I'm going to go from week 1 to the end of the season, and you guys let me know what you think is. And I want y'all to put in the chat W or L. All right. This is what we're going to do. Miles Sanders has some good plays left him. He does. I believe he does. And I'm not going to sit here and just throw him away as if, he didn't do good things with the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people are like, well, E2, he's far away from what he was with the Eagles. Yeah, okay. If you don't play a player right, and if you got a sorry-ass offensive line, ain't nobody going to run good. That's just in general. Look at Barry Sanders. If Barry Sanders in his days of the Lions, If the Lions were worth a damn back then, oh, he probably would have won the Super Bowl. But it didn't happen. So it is what it is. I'm glad Carolina traded Thielen. He slowed their wide receiver down. Really, he did? I don't know. I think that Thielen played better with the Vikings than he did with Carolina. Carolina is like that new team that you go to die almost. It's like you go there and it's like, oh, my career is over. I'm going to go ahead and get a couple of yards and I'm going to go ahead and silently retire. And that's pretty much what they do in Carolina. You predicted us going 12-5? Man, I hope we go 12-5, Fresco, when we go have a party, bro. You said, Marcus, you said 11-6. 11-6, 12-5, Thomas. Yeah, and that's exactly what I was saying about Javonte. He's your power back. He's definitely going to give you that, and he's going to be that stability in that running back world. Mingo said, "I got to get the fuck out of here." I know, right? That's why he was like, "Hope they trade me." Mingo was so happy when he got to the Cowboys. He was like, "Bruh, I'm about to do something over this month." That's right. We do play the Vikings. All right, so we about to get into that. I predict the win, but I'm hoping we do well. So we all hope that, Coco. We all hope that. Oh, and we definitely gonna surprise people because there's no way in hell you look at CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens and look at both of them and say that we're not gonna do nothing on offense. That's absolute craziness. That's asinine. Because, like I said earlier in the stream, CeeDee Lamb was cooking these mofos by himself on a bum shoulder. So if he can do that with a bum shoulder, what the hell you think he gonna do with George Pickens on the other side? Both these mugs got that little reach thing that they do. You know what I'm saying? That arm thing. Oh, and I said that too earlier in the chat. You weren't in here, Fresco, but yeah, Turpin. They got packages waiting for Turpin. They got shit we ain't even seen yet, bro. It's gonna be crazy. Defense is gonna be focused on our passing attack, and that's when we run the ball. That's Marcus, man. You said it, bro. You said it. That is when you run that ball. Normally you run the ball to open up the pass. Nah, shit, we're gonna do that the opposite. We're gonna throw that ball to get that run game going. Cause they're gonna open them legs up for you, boy. They gonna open like the Red Sea, you feel me? They gonna open the things up for you, boy. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. And this is why I'm excited, right? Because you got Jake Ferg in the seams. Ooh, on them seam routes. Jake Ferg on them seams and Turp with that speed. It's so many different things you could do with Turp, bro. I mean, you could throw Turp on a 9 route and just throw that bitch deep. Just throw that jump. You could hit him on a 9 route. You could throw jet sweeps to him. You could hit him on short crossers that's gonna give you 21 to 38-yard gains. I mean, the options are endless, bro. The options are endless. We gonna seam that ass up. You hear me? All right. Let's start with week 1. Cowboys at the Eagles next Sunday. Opening game. Now, I know a few of you already said that y'all want to see this dub. Let me know what you think. Is this a dub or is this an L? Let me know what you think right now in the chat right now for week 1. Yes, next Thursday. What y'all think? Is this going to be an L or is this going to be a dub for week 1? Put it in the chat right now. Everybody in here, hit that like button and put what you think in the chat. Oh yeah, Thomas, definitely that. Coco, you think it's an L? Oh, interesting. Let me see what y'all think because I want to get these numbers and see what we got. Margaret says Cowboys win, so we got a dub. We got two L's, a dub. Okay, so we got all right. We got two L's and two dubs. Watching NFL Red Zone. You guys beat Philly at the crib. Okay, so the second game. So lose the first game. So you're saying lose week one, but 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 win when they come to play us. That's what I'm saying, Marcus. A lot of people are saying L because they think that we can't stop the run. They think that this, that, and the third. But again, we play the Eagles really well. You look at Dak's. Go back and look at Dak's overall. I got it, man. I got to look at the stats on that. You look at stats. You look at Dak. You look at Dak Prescott's stats against the Eagles, right? When Dak is starting, and we know what Saquon could do, but we know these guys. We know the Eagles. It's not like we don't play the Eagles twice a year, every goddamn year. We know them. Matter of fact, their team didn't change much. We're the ones that changed. If anything, they need to be afraid of us right now because one, we got Pickens. Two, we got a new coach. Two, we're running things different with Turpin and our tight end. So although we may be a little shaky on that defensive tackle, and it might get some runs on us here and there. That's cool, but it's week one. They have no tape on what Eberflus and Shoddy is doing, so they don't know. So we can really catch them by surprise. And KC, I'm assuming you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan, which is cool. Much respect to them. Now, if it's a lose at Philly, win at Dallas, that's cool. But if we get this dub week one, we definitely gonna get it at home. And I just think that now, if this wasn't a week one game, I would probably think differently if we were going to Philly. You know what I'm saying? What up, Malcolm? I think that because we're playing at home, I really think that I'm sorry. I think because we're playing week one against them at their home, I think we have a better chance of winning this game because of this off of the strength of what I just said, basically because they don't know what we're doing. We can come in with the sneak attack and flank them from the guard. So it's a thing of understanding that they're kind of doing the same thing they were doing before. We know what to expect from Fangio and them, but they don't know what to expect from Shoddy and Eberflus. Because again, we had Zimmer. I was about to say Zimmerman. We had Zimmerman. We had Zimmer before, and Mike McCarthy going up and coming back. That's our offense last year. Going up and coming back. That's all we did. Oh, they just gonna go up and come back. We should have got T-shirts last year that said a Cowboys offense going up and coming back. Yeah. Yes, and they are worse on defense this year because their back end is not great. You know what that means? That means CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens gonna eat their asses off. Pause. CJ back on the team. What are you talking about? A different CJ. All right, so enough of the Eagles. So we got that. We got probably half and half on that. Okay, I got you. All right, so week 2, we got the Giants. Giants at home. Yeah, Gardner Johnson. Is that what you talking about? Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, he gone. Him gone. Man, the Commanders couldn't beat our backup guy. Ain't nobody thinking about the goddamn Commanders. First of all, I live here in the DMV. Like I'm 20 minutes from FedEx Field. Or I'm sorry, Northwest Stadium. It's still trash. I don't give a damn if they name it Jesus Christ Field. The field sucks. No offense to you, Jesus. I love you, Lord. But that ain't it. They escalator still broke. The food is trash too. You go to Commander Stadium, you be like, what the fuck is this hot dog? This ain't no damn, this ain't kosher. Fuck, fuck is I'm eating? You mean they're like, what the hell is this? This is not edible. You you gotta call Airmark Services to come in there and be like, hey, bro, y'all need to fix this because this ain't it. This ain't it. Y'all food trash, the stadium trash, the field trash, everybody breaking their ankles on the field. And Deebo Samuel gonna be hurt by the time we play him anyway. So it don't even matter. It don't even matter. And they cut Michael Gallup. So who cares? Oh, yeah. I heard he was from Frederick, David. Oh, that's it. They coddled the damn the commander schedule. The little puss ass schedule they got. I feel bad for Michael Gallup because I thoroughly enjoyed him when he was with the Dallas Cowboys, but I wish him well. I wish him well. I really do. Everybody talking about how improved the Giants are. Well, the last time I checked, they're a 3-win team. Yeah, they were. And I think, and to your point, Marcus, I think the reason why they were kind of gloating a little bit on how they got better, and I think their fan base is probably kind of like short sighted too, because they're probably thinking like, yeah, well, we got these. I feel like we're better, but we got to see. It's one of them wait and see thing. I think when we beat their ass week 1 that year, what was it like 41-3 or 41-0? When we beat that ass week 1, 41-0 or whatever the score was, I think that jolted them. That took their whole year. Like the Giants were never the same after we whooped that ass. They were never the same, bro. They didn't come back from that. Now, I will say they got better at quarterback because they ain't got Danny Pennies anymore. They ain't got Tommy DeVito. I was about to say Danny DeVito. They ain't got Tommy DeVito's pizza anymore. They got well, they got 2 black quarterbacks and 1 white guy. I ain't gonna lie, that young guy, Jackson Dart, he's better than I thought he was. That he might be the truth in the future. Well, I know he was playing against backups, but he was playing pretty well. He looked legit to me. I think with a little bit of fixing here and there, he gonna be all right. Jackson gonna be all right. He played well. He definitely played good. I'll give him that. Y'all know about me. I keep it 100. I've been doing this YouTube thing since 2016. I'm gonna tell y'all. I look. I keep it 100. I don't front from nobody. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. Now you look at Russell Wilson. He might play a little better with them, but we'll see. And you got the silly ass Jameis Winston. You know he gonna that boy a nut. You said he's nothing more than a mascot. He can throw the ball though. He can still throw the ball, but he goofy as hell though. Like you see the way he be looking at the camera, like, bro, what are you looking at? Like he's a weirdo. He a weirdo. He weirdo. 38-20 win. Is that's week 2? That's the Giants? Do I have any merch coming? Yeah, David. I'm working with some people. Actually, I wasn't gonna talk about it until like mid-season, but I'm working on some things. I'll let y'all know. I got somebody making me some new designs now, especially for my DJ stuff and all that stuff too. So I got you. I'll let you know. Call me crazy, but Russell Wilson could have a decent year this year with Nate. Well, yeah, with Neighbors, yeah, because Neighbors is a good wide receiver. And I know that Neighbors is probably excited right now because he has finally a damn quarterback to throw him the goddamn ball. But, we'll go with that. Let's hope they don't expose Jackson Dart. Hey, look, if they expose him, that's good for us. Because then we could go in there and we know how to exploit you. Ooh, exploit nation. What up, John Dart? John Durden, my brother. How you been, bro? What's good? What's good? Hey, yeah, he definitely got issues though. Well, he's a perfect teammate. He's gonna always keep the move right and lock. That much is true. 1-2 step, Russell Wilson. I think Sierra got him messed up, bro. Ever since he married Sierra, she just had his nose wide open. He can't even play football no more. Neighbors is a beast. I will give him that. Definitely. I got mad respect for him, but I don't like his attitude. He an asshole though. You ever hear him talk? He's a jerk. I'm like, oh, you a little shitty. I don't like that. All right, week 3. The Bears. All right, so the Bears. Yeah, John, he's definitely gonna get signed. Because guess what? Micah ain't missing no games, so he gonna get signed. The Giants have a very difficult schedule. Oh yeah, they said the Giants have the most difficult record in the whole out of all the teams in the league. They got the worst schedule. I thought we did because ours is stupid, but apparently theirs ain't too good either. Yeah, they don't want to put Dart out there too soon. They might as well let his ass sit this whole year. Let Russell Wilson take all the bullshit. You said he a company man? Yeah, he brings his lunch pail to work every day, and he does. Wait, Amir, is that my classmate Amir? Is that class of 03 Laurel High School Amir? Is that my man's in them Amir? Is that you Amir? Because if so, man, I ain't seen you in forever, bro. Ha ha, my man. Woo, shout out to the class of 03, man. You know, hey, we old, bro. We 40 now. Damn. We 40, bro. You believe that shit? When the hell did we get 40, bro? And tell your twin I said, what's up? I know, Fresco. We old, bro. We 40. I just turned 40 on the 3rd of August. Oh, man, I'm old as hell, bro. Alicia, what's up? Cowboy Nation, stand up. Ain't no way we losing to a team where the quarterback paints his fingernail. That's crazy, Marcus. That's crazy, bro. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. I need to pin that shit. Ain't no way in hell, dog. We not about to lose to no damn. Talking about something about to paint these nails. What's that rock group from back in the day? 9 Inch Nails? Williams hold the ball too long. Parsons has 3 sacks. Yes, Caleb gonna get sacked. All right, so week 3, the Bears. Y'all put W or L in the chat for that game. I already know it's gonna be all dubs because until he proved to me he can be a quarterback, then. And this is a revenge game for Eberflus because Eberflus came from the Bears. Oh, and don't forget, Al Harris is with the Bears. So we definitely got to whoop that ass. Dub. That's what I'm talking about. Dubs all day. All right, well, we're not going to harp too long on the Bears because they ain't shit. So we're going to keep it moving. All right. Oh, this is the game right here because this is the team that broke our goddamn hearts in the damn playoffs the last time we were there. I know. I wish we still had Al Harris too. Shout out to Al Harris, but he an enemy now, so boo. He the op now. Packers Cowboys. Shit. let's talk about this one, y'all, because this one hurts. This one hurts. This one hurts. Um, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. This one hurts. Whew. Fresco, you said a W for the revenge game? W. Okay, all right. So we confident. We confident about the Packers. Okay, I was waiting on that. I was waiting to see how y'all felt about this Packers game because, yeah, because shit. Jordan Love came in that. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you how I feel about this in a minute. Hold on, let me see this text. Um, yeah, Sunday Night Football. And everybody gonna be watching that jump. Shotty ain't playing no yesteryear bullshit with this one. We whooping Green Bay. I understood. I'm with you. I'm with you. Eberflus wants to beat Washington after that damn Washington Hail Mary. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Um, the Packers come to the Cowboys. It's a home game for the Cowboys. It's a home game. It's a home night game. So, with that being said, the Packers probably thinking in their head that they're gonna come in here and roll us over like they did the last time. Well, this ain't Mike McCarthy, and this isn't Dan Quinn that quit on us in the game because he knew that he was leaving. Because Stephon Gilmore said it himself without saying it that there were changes that we could have made in that game that we chose not to. And they chose not to make those corrections in the game. You know why? Because like I said, Dan Quinn knew he was leaving. And I like Dan Quinn too. But he knew he was rolling out. It's almost like it's the last day of school. You ain't doing no work on the last day of school. Kind of the same situation, I guess. David, you said we beat the Packers by 14. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna say dub on that because I agree with that being a revenge game, and we're not gonna let them come in here and bitch us like that. Um, yeah, definitely gonna get them dubs at home. All right. So, wait, let me go back. Did somebody say something about love? What is it? Somebody say love and what? Ain't nobody thinking about no love. Ain't nobody thinking about no love. All right. So October 5th, Jets and Cowboys. Now, put your dubs and L's in the chats for this one. We already know it's gonna be dubs on that one because the Jets suck. That's gonna be a 1 o'clock game. Come on, bro. It ain't even prime time. That's like one of the prime time games that we don't have. One of the non-prime time games that we have. Come on now. Everybody better put a W on this one and hit the like button as well. I'm telling you right now, it's a dub. Probably beat them by at least 2 scores. I'm sure of that. I mean, Brees Hall might do a little something, but whatever. Um, this next one at the Panthers, October 12th, another 1 o'clock game. Hey, Fresco, keep score for me, bro. So when we get to the end of this, we can see what our record is. So Fresco, go by. So Fresco, keep score for me and go by how many dubs based on L's in the chats that you see. If it's more dubs, obviously it's a win. More L's, it's a loss. All right. So dub. So count that as a dub for the Panthers game. All right. This game was supposed to have been played in London. Yeah, but what happened with that? They don't give the Cowboys overseas games anymore. I think the last time we played in London was when Dez Bryant was in. Dez and Romo were playing. My hair is growing too. My locks gonna be back to the way they was, y'all, back like they was back in the day. Um, October 19th, home game against the Commanders. Dub? He dubbed. Commanders, dub or L? Let me know. October 19th, dub or L? Okay, keep it up, Fresco. Appreciate you. Now that Commanders game was a 425 game. You said Osa's brother is on defense for the Jets. Still gonna whoop that ass. I don't even know. Oh, you know we're gonna whoop the Commanders. Like I'm so sick of them talking about Jalen Daniels like he the second coming of Jesus Christ. I'm so sick of. I mean he alright, but I feel like he gonna have a sophomore slump. So Dub. Oh shit, the Broncos. Put your dubs and L's in this for the Broncos. What you think about the Broncos? Now be careful with this game, right? You know, it's so easy to be like dub, 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 but look at the last time. When was the last time we beat the Broncos? I'll wait. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since we beat the Broncos. Oh, we definitely sweeping the commodes. Broncos. Broncos. Dubs or L's for Broncos, y'all. Let me know. Oh yeah, Tim, the tape is out, definitely. Thomas, you said it's the game we trip up. Hey, man, like we always trip up on the Broncos. But you know what's funny? The last time we played the Broncos, guess who ran all over us? The very running back that we have on our team now, Javonte Williams. He ran all over us when he was with the Broncos. Now he's on our side. So, can we use payback and run all over their ass with Javonte? Can we do that? Fresco, you said an L? All right, so what's the verdict on this one? Is this a dub or an L? Because I don't know, Denver seemed like they got a number on us. Looking like the chat saying L. All right, well, mark that as an L. That's an interesting game. That Broncos game could go either way. So that's an L. All right. Um, November 3rd, 8:15 p.m. Cowboys, Cardinals at the Cowboys. So this is a home game. Cardinals come to Dallas. Now, I got this one as a dub. You know why? Because we have their offensive coordinator now as our offensive coordinator. So I think that all of that stuff that they were doing with Connor and stuff and bringing back, um, yeah, we struggled with Kyler Murray, but that was when they had our offensive coordinator. We got that offensive coordinator now. So he's going to know how to play them. So think of that. I think that's a dub. That Cardinals game is a dub for me. What you think? Put your dubs and L's in the chats, y'all. Let me know. Let me know what we got. So if you agree with me, put that dub in there. Put that dub right on in there. We got that offensive coordinator, baby. We got both him and Connor Riley. We're going to be all right, baby. We're going to be all right. That offensive line going to be all right. We're going to be good, bro. We're going to be good. Put a dub in there, Jim. Put a dub. Coco said L, but it's going to be a dub. So that's 8-1. Let's go. All right. Next up. At the Raiders in Las Vegas, November 17th, 8:15 p.m. Now, remember, they just brought back Amari Cooper. The Raiders just brought back Amari Cooper. He's back to the team that he was originally drafted on. Damn, that's 3 guys that I can think of right now that are back with their original teams. Amari Cooper is back with his original team. Adam Thielen is back with his original team. And Brandon Cooks is back with his original team. That's crazy. Wish we had. Oh, I forgot. They got Ashton Genty. Oh, sure. Ooh. And, Vegas got that defensive front, too. Vegas is a weird team, right? Because when you look at them on paper, it's like, man, we can whoop that ass. But then when you get in the game, you're like, they know how to play a little bit. So what y'all think? All right, W's or L's for Vegas? Let me know, y'all. Let me know. Because Fresco's keep a score. We gotta keep it tight for Fresco. The Raiders are very unpredictable. And bro, like when I tell you that, like, I'll be thinking about that all the time. Every time I see them play, I'm like, I will never bet money on any time they play because you never know what you're getting with the Raiders. They can go out there and lay a fucking egg, and they can go out there and beast. And they can do that in one game. They could drop a deuce in the beginning of the game and then come back and whoop your ass. You're like, wait a minute. When they run the score up? That one of them teams, man. All right, so we got a W. Looks like a W from the chat. All right. All right, so we got Eagles again. Now, this is a home game for the Eagles. November 23rd, baby. 425. What you want to do? 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 Is the home game against the Eagles going to be a dub? I already know it's a dub for you, Fresco. Let me see dubs and L's for the second time we play the Eagles this year. And this is the home game now. Come on, y'all. Let me know. Because we're going to tally this up at the end. Tight game, but expected W. Okay. I can see that. We always play the Eagles tight. That's just par for the course. All right, Fresco, you can put a dub for that. I don't think Keenan Allen got picked up. I think he's still out there for whatever reason. Because I was like, shit, why we ain't just get him? Damn, just imagine if we had Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, and Pickens. We'd be unstoppable, bro. You got 2 number 1s and a number 2/3. That's crazy. That would have been crazy work. Crazy work. The Chiefs at the Cowboys. I think that's the Thanksgiving game. He said, L. Is the Chiefs gonna beat us on Thanksgiving? Oh shit. Oh man. You said L. Oh, they must have re-signed him today or something like that. Because when I looked at it yesterday, he was still. Oh, Thomas said W. Okay, well we got one dub, but we got two L's. We need two more picks. We need two more people to put what they think in the chat. What you think about the Cowboys and the okay L Cowboys and Chiefs? We need one more. Cowboys Chiefs. What we got? One more. One more. Taylor Swift on Thanksgiving will win. All right, we got two dubs and three L's, so that's an L, Fresno. Just can't beat Pat Mahomes and them. Just can't get over that hump. Uh, Cowboys and Lions. That's another unpredictable team. What up, Karen? How you doing? Long time no hear from Karen. Cowboys at the Lions. What we got with that? Oh, damn. I didn't know they got them that long ago. Okay. Cowboys at the Lions, a L? Ooh, shit. Hey, let me tell you something. The Lions with Dan Campbell. Much respect for Dan Campbell. That's why I got the Lions defense in fantasy, but well, I got the Cowboys defense too. But I'm starting the Lions defense, but yeah, like Dan Campbell, I got lots of respect for that brother. Like he turned that team around. Yes, the Lions are definitely part of our revenge tour, so it could go either way. They played with so much emotion under Dan Campbell. I know, bro. And that's how I feel like we're gonna play with Shoddy. If we could play with emotion under Shoddy, like how those players play under Dan Campbell, bro, we're gonna be a beast too. And all of this stuff that they're talking bad about us this season will be for naught. Because at the end of the day, excuse me, we have an opportunity to be better. Now, we got to get hella physical between now and then. All right, so Fresco, I guess you can put that as an L, bro. Dan Campbell be at the press conference crying because he proud that'll lose passion from you, bro. It's crazy. And Dan Campbell, one of them dudes you don't want to see in the back alley. You see his big ass in the back alley, you like, oh shit, what you about to do? What is his ass about to do? What are you doing? What are you doing over there? Don't hurt me. All right, that's definitely an L. Y'all know I'm stupid. I'm a damn fool, y'all. Y'all heard that. The Cardinals always beat the Cowboys the last 4 years. Yeah, they do. But we ain't losing that Cardinals game because, like I told you, Gary, we got the offense coordinator. But we passed that. All right, Cowboys Vikings, December 14th. Cowboys at home on this one against the Vikings. Now they brought Adam Thielen back home to match up with Justin Jefferson. So what we doing? Is that a dub against the Vikings at home on December 14th or no? That's a dub. Any takers? We got two dubs so far. Make sure y'all hit that like button. But JJ McCarthy is throwing the ball. I know, yeah. It ain't Kirk Cousins. Goddamn JJ McCarthy. All they gotta do is tap them ankles. He gonna go down. All them paper ankles. They have cheerleaders over in Minnesota. Rah, Cisco and Bob, Vikings, get it time. Viking. Then they start twerking. Vikings. That's a dub. All right, Fresco. That's a dub. That's a dub. Everybody got a dub except for Karen. Chargers home game, December 21st, 1:00. What we doing against the Chargers, y'all? Is that Christmas? Yeah. No, that's not Christmas. The week after is Christmas. But Chargers Cowboys, the 21st, 1:00. W for Chargers. All right. That was easy. Fresco put a W for that. That was unanimous. All right. Cowboys Commanders, Christmas Day. You gonna get up? Let me see what gifts I got up under the tree. Oh, whoop them Commanders' asses. That's what's under the tree. A dub. Put that goddamn dub in there. The hell wrong with you? That's a dub on Christmas morning. On Christmas morning. What's under the tree? A W. A W. Christmas morning. We gonna wake up in the morning. We gonna open them gifts and whoop that ass at 1:00. You hear me? Whoop that ass at 1:00. Santa gonna give the Commanders some coal, and Dallas gonna give them my ass whooping. I know that's right, Tim. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeed, baby. Hit that like button. Because let me tell you something. I miss doing live streams, y'all. I'm back. I miss it. I miss it so much. Because this is why I love football, because we can just sit here and we can just talk our shit. We just do what we do, when we do it, how we do it, for whatever reason that we're doing it, and go continue to do it. 13-3. We gonna drop a deuce on the commodes. I know that's right. Dooku. Hey, where you going? I'm about to go do a number 2 on these Jones. What up, Tay World? Do what we do. I know that's right. And the last game of the season against the Giants, which is still to be determined. We already know that's going to be a dub. We know that's going to be a dub. Fresco just put a dub for the last game of the season against the Giants, because we already know, because we talked about Jameis Winston, crazy, funny looking ass. We talked about Russell Wilson 1-2 step up in Sierra. We talked about Jackson Dart throwing darts. Much respect for the young boy. But like you said, bro, if they play Jackson Dart with that hard-ass schedule, he gonna get run over. And then the Vikings with their cheerleaders. Cisco, bye, Vikings. That's all they do on the sideline. They just twerk and do this. You ever see them? They just, Vikings. Shout out to the chat for the engagement. Appreciate y'all. And Fresco, appreciate you, brother, for tallying up that score. 14-3. Let's go. The verdict is in. God damn it. Come on now. How does that make you feel? We got a hard schedule. Let's be realistic, right? That 3-win could possibly be 5. But either way, we can still get to the playoffs with that. Why? Because I don't see the Giants beating us. I don't see the Commodes beating us. I think that we are going to. I'm gonna give you my prediction right now. Before this season even started, I ain't even seen our offense yet. Goddamn it! Oh shit, we beating Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Oh, that make my chest tight. Just think about that. God damn. If they put Jackson Dart, he gonna get ran through. No pause. I know that's right. They gonna sandpaper his ass. No lube. You hear me? Hey, look. We here to have fun. We here to enjoy this, man. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, before I end the live stream, do not, by any means, let these non-Cowboy fans persuade you into thinking anything different than what you need to be focusing on. Focus on what needs to be focused on. And you know what that is? Cowboy business. Because a lot of these non-Cowboy fans, and I know I have subscribers that are non-Cowboys, but I ain't talking about y'all because y'all cool. I'm talking about the ones that talk about, oh, the Cowboy fans are delirious and they do this. You know, you want to know what delirium is? Delirium is these teams thinking that everybody's aspiration is not the Super Bowl, because it is. Every team says they're gonna go to the Super Bowl every year. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong that you want your team to win the Super Bowl. Because why? That's the ultimate fucking goal, is to get to the Super Bowl. So why are we not saying, let's go to the Super Bowl? How are we delirious by saying that? There's teams that never even got to the bowl. So are they delirious? Why is nobody saying that they're delirious? Why I gotta be Cowboy fans? And this is the reason why we're America's team, right? Because now, as fans, y'all already know we don't care about that moniker, but we have that moniker for a reason. And when other people try to take that moniker away, it pisses me off, because it's like there's a reason why. Because whether you talk about the Cowboys because you like them, or whether you talk about the Cowboys you hate them, it's still clickbait. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I don't come in here on no clout. I don't come in here clout chasing. You will never see me clickbaiting anything. If you ever see me clickbaiting, it's positive clickbaiting. It's the difference between positive clickbait and negative clickbait. And I'm gonna tell you the difference. The negative clickbaiting is when you put something in the title and you ain't talking nothing about that shit. Or what you're saying in the title has nothing to do with what you're talking about. Or it ain't true, period. Positive clickbaiting is if you say something, it may not be true, but you're speculating as if you would like it to be true because you're still talking about it. That's a positive clickbait. That's a difference. So once y'all learn the difference, then you can understand where people are coming from. Now, be proud to be a Cowboy fan. One, because when you look at the Dallas Cowboys content creators, man, look at all of the intelligent content creators that eludes this scenery that we have. There is no other team in the league that has a following like we do. Period. Yeah, they may call us a joke. They may say this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, they just hating because they ain't us. Period. You know, the Eagles got things to fight about now. They can rah-rah because they won 2 Super Bowls in the last, 7 years or whatever. Cool. Wonderful for them, right? But prior to that, they ain't had no Super Bowls. And one thing that we got to stop doing is living off of our past, right? Yes, we have 5 Super Bowls, but we're not those teams anymore. Those teams were won with no salary cap era. We got salary caps right now. And to win in this era is way different and difficult than it ever was to win a Super Bowl. So shout out to the teams that have gotten there lately, but at the same time, it ain't easy to get there. So for anybody to say to you that you're delirious for you wanting your team to win the Super Bowl, you tell them to kiss your ass. Or as my frat brother Attack on Cowboys says, shut your bitch ass up. So at the end of the day, we not about to do this. So it is what it is. We need some new hardware. We definitely do need some new hardware, and we'll get it at some point. But don't and all these Dak haters, that got to stop too. That no, and you're right, Marcus. He never transitioned well into the salary cap era. That's the part that people aren't talking about. When we won those Super Bowls, they were in non-salary cap eras. We can't function because we don't. Our owners don't know how to use the salary. They don't know. Like It's like numbers fuck them up. They're like, 3 + 5 = 2. Um, I don't know. Jerry, Steven, little Jerry, Charlotte, Wilbur Clay. Does anybody know how to do this? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want nobody to know I can't do this. So they create a whole frenzy in front of the media as if, that's the narrative that we're going through right now. Like, hi, my name is. This ain't no this ain't no damn Eminem's video. Like, come on, man. Like, stop with the hoorah. Sign Micah Parsons and let's get to work. And I get it, David Mugella being an asshole. We already know Micah need to go ahead and get rid of his agent anyway because he trash. So it is what it is. You got to make it back up here one weekend for the Blues barbecue. Maybe Mark Holmes. Yeah, I'll definitely stop by down there, David. I haven't been down on that side of town in a while in Frederick, but I'm definitely gonna come down there, Dave. Just hit me up in the just DM me. We'll chat about it. Cause I definitely love that barbecue. Jerry never right. How you get the salary cap, but then can't do it? Micah got to stop acting like he's 12 years. Agreed. Agreed. You over here crying and sulking. Get your ass up and get out there and do something. Any last thoughts before I end the stream, y'all? Anything you guys want to put out there? Football, non-football. You want to kick a dog in the ass? I don't know. What are we talking about? I didn't see Kid Mega and Lola and them in there. They probably. I know they missed the stream, but they're gonna be mad as hell. But it's all good though. It's gonna be more to come, y'all. I'm trying to get back on my schedule with my live streams and stuff. So, I had a lot of things going on. I had look, y'all family. I could say this. I've had a lot of mental things go on. Um, you know, um, you know, therapy is important, right? We talked about that before. Mental health is important. Um, those of you in this chat, I've talked to some of you before about some of the things that you guys have gone through as well. And I just want to end by saying that, yeah, I did have some mishaps, but God is good, right? And he got our back. You just got to pray and hope things are get better for you. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that it was a crystal stair because it wasn't. And I've had a lot of issues, a lot of mishaps happen, a lot of stepping 2 steps forward and 8 steps back, and it's hard, right? We're here, we talk football all the time, but life be life be life, and whether you guys are going through stuff too, you always got to find somebody to talk to because there's always going to be somebody there. What up, Isaac? And I'll end with that. Yeah. My thing is positivity and praise God. Yes, sir, Marcus. Yes, sir. That's what we got to do, bro. We got to stay prayed up every day and do what we can to keep surviving in life because there's a lot of things going on in this world that's crazy, and it and I, as y'all know, I have a young son, and my son is 6 years old now, and I pray for him every day. Um, you know, although I don't see him every day because he lives with his mom, but like when I do have him, like that is my world. That y'all know that y'all been following me since day one. Y'all seen when my son was a baby. This boy is 6 years old now. Like he is in the first grade and he's doing well now. And I praise God every day that he's healthy and he's doing his thing. And despite him being autistic, he's high functioning and he does his thing. He's super smart, and that is my world. And that's the thing. Like I know that I got to keep moving because he looks for me to be better, and that's it. Um, that's it. I can't even, whew. And David, definitely condolences to your people, man. Losing people is hard. It's not easy. But like I said, yeah, Marcus, time flies, bro. Like time flies, time waits for nobody. You only got one life to live, and you need to live it. If you're in a situation where you feel like you need to get up out of it, you gotta get up out of it. If you got toxic people in your life, get them people out your life. You gotta hold on to positivity. You have to hold on to things that are going to keep you grounded. Um, I've been blessed enough to have people that actually cared. I know sometimes I have a tendency to push people out of my life because I'm going through certain things, and I have a problem with that. I get it. I'm an only child, so all I know is me. So I think that when it comes to stuff like that, it's kind of hard to deal with sometimes, but it is what it is. But definitely condolences to your family, David, man. And we always a family here, bro. Like this Cowboys thing is more than just football. And other content creators will tell you that. The ones that are dope. Um, I'm thankful for my colleagues as well. I'm not even gonna name all of them because it's too many of them. And I respect all my colleagues. I know there's been beef between certain cowboy content creators, which I don't understand. I don't understand what the beef is about. I stay out of it. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, I just wish that we just all just stand up together because we're all fans of the same team. I don't understand why we can't come together and be positive with each other. Yeah, we joke around, we talk mess, we do this, we do that. But at the end of the day, man, like it's all love. That's what it is, man. And you gotta be honest with yourself. Yeah, David, I remember you told me that. Why can't we all just get along? And that is messed up what they did to Rodney, but Rodney, Ray Caruth, Plaxico Burks. I'm sorry. All right, y'all. I'm about to go ahead and end the stream, man. Look. I enjoyed myself tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. Um, tell a friend, tell a friend, and tell a friend to subscribe to your boy. I'm trying to get my numbers back up because I'm trying to get back into the algorithm so I can, be a part of my brethren again because I miss doing this. And like I said, life got to me, so I had to take a break a little bit. And not Plaxico Bird. But yeah, I had to take a break for a little while, but I'm back and I'm trying to, get back on the schedule, y'all. Just be patient with me, man. I'm here. Love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all coming through the chat tonight. Until next time, y'all. Peace out.